sports, yeah, BowTie. We gon' catch it all from the court side. Got the lights, camera, action for the whole nine. You name it and we got it at the BowTie. BowTie sports, yeah, BowTie. We gon' catch it all from the court side. Got the lights, camera, action for the whole nine. You name it and we got it at the BowTie. All of the sports, you can catch it at the BowTie. Commentary special with the bird's eye. You can watch it for your favorite like a franchise. Come and get your info from the BowTie. Talk about the plays, it's a rewind. You know that we got it at the BowTie. Running through the specs, Nike Reebok. Touchdowns, three-pointer, whichever you like. All you gotta do is watch, listen to the game plan. Pinning all the stats for the whole squad. Special teams or the starters or even the main man. Yeah, we do interviews at the BowTie. BowTie sports, yeah, BowTie. We gon' catch it all from the court side. Got the lights, camera, action for the whole nine. You name it and we got it at the BowTie. BowTie sports, yeah, BowTie. We gon' catch it all from the court side. Got the lights, camera, action for the whole nine. You name it and we got it at the BowTie.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment. Let's get ready to rumble! Let's get ready to rumble!
How you doing, D? Let's get this show on the road.
All right. Good afternoon to our fellow kings and queens, and welcome back to another episode on the BowTie Sports Podcast, where we discuss the week's current and highest trending topics in the sports world. I hope everyone out there is doing well. We have a lot of things to get into today, but before that, Hints, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Getting ready for this lovely spring afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So the draft. We got the draft coming up here in Kansas City. It's only a couple weeks away.
Everyone's really
It's a lot.
excited.
It's going to be lots going to be
It
going
is.
on. So a lot's going to be going on. So let's
Abs-
get on. What you got? What you got for us today? What we got on the schedule today?
We got a lot of stuff. So, of course, we're going to be talking about the draft, like you just said. We're going to talk about the Davidson Garcia boxing match that's coming up. And then Joe Mixon is back in headlines again. So I'm going to get to him later on in the show. But let's go ahead and kick off this episode discussing the NFL draft here in KC.
What you got here, ladies and gentlemen? We got the NFL draft here coming up here in Kansas City. It's a lot that's happening here in Kansas City. This is going to be big. You got the it happens April 27th through the 29th. It's going to be a great weekend for everybody to come out to see the draft, to see everything in person, to see how everything is ran. It's gonna be nice. If you ain't never experienced one, this gonna be here in your city. April 27th through the 29th. The Chiefs have 10 picks currently right now in this draft. We also we got big needs that we need on our side of the ball. Everybody saying we need a receiver. We need a right tackle. We need another defensive end, pass rusher. But it's going to be a lot that's going to be happening here in the draft. So, again, it's going to be here in Kansas City. If in case you didn't know, in your city, in your backyard. You know what I mean, with your team. It's what more to talk about? You know what I mean? It's gonna be great. Hey, I'm gonna be there. You know what I mean? I know I'm gonna be there. Uh, out there in the crowd, and they said it's gonna be more. It's gonna be 10 times more people uh than the parade. So
Wow.
if you
It's gonna be
if you
full.
think if you thinking about that, it's gonna be more people than this than in the parade. Then they let you know you better get there early. Um, Everything kicks off at 12, ends at 10 p.m. So like December said last week, pre-register.
Hmm.
Uh, NFL.com, go pre-register because you ain't getting in if you ain't got no ticket.
Yeah.
So they ain't gonna let anybody in if you ain't got a ticket to pre-register or to be down there. They're not gonna let you in. Also,
Yeah.
make sure you have your clear bags. Uh, if you come down there with your purse, your backpack, you will be turned around. So make sure you have your just like you going into a game. Uh,
Hmm.
you did the clear bag policy. Make sure you have your clear bags on showcase for the security can see that everybody be safe. But again, take your sons, your daughters, your fiance, your wives, your husband, or your side piece. Doesn't matter. It's gonna be, it's gonna be a great show. It's
Yeah.
gonna
The
be a
key, the
great.
key, the key thing here, folks, is to be like you said, be sure to register, and then I'm sure that on
Mhm,
NFL.com they have everything, like all the rules and regulations laid out. So just make sure you read, and read some more. That way, when you get there, it won't be any, mishaps
mhm.
or anything misunderstood.
Right. Right. So again, it's gonna be a lot going on. Also, what's gonna be happening is the Kelsey Jam. They're gonna have the Kelsey Jam down there. It's gonna be on Friday. It's gonna be on Friday. They said Friday, the April. Now the tickets go on April. Go on sale April 7th, but it's gonna be the Friday, April the 28th.
Hmm.
Um, it's gonna be, you know, what I mean, it's gonna have the headlines. Gonna be Machine Kelly, Rick Ross, Tech Nine. It's gonna be a lot of performances there. You know what I mean? It's like I tell everybody. It's like a mini a little mini Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
All the teams come together. It's like you know what I mean. It's going to be great. So if you're going to be out there, you know what I mean. This is the time to celebrate, represent Kansas City, represent
Yeah.
it well. You know what I mean. If you're going to be all the violence type, leave that at home.
Yeah.
Uh, also, like I said, man. Uh, this is something that if as a business person, if you got like Airbnbs, you should be getting them up for listed. Food trucks, you should be go ahead and get your truck registered
Hmm.
to be out there. It's gonna be money for all the bars and all the stuff that's down there in down the downtown area, and it's also gonna be putting Kansas City on the map. And that's one thing that the Chiefs have done so far. If is put Kansas City back on the map. 'Cause a lot of people look at us as a flyover state. A lot of people don't look at us as a state to be really be having stuff kicking off here. But again, the NFL draft is coming up April the 27th through the 29th. So that's Thursday through Saturday. Um, be out there at Union Station with your kids, your daughters, your fiance, your wife, and like I said, your side piece. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Bring everybody. It's going to be a great show, man. It's going to be a great opportunity for everybody to really get into uh, what's happening here in Kansas City with the draft. So
Yep. So with that, we have some more Chiefs talk. Hence, if you want to go ahead and jump right into that.
uh, let's get let's get right into it. Right now, everybody's saying that the Chiefs ain't making no moves. The Chiefs ain't doing this. The Chiefs ain't doing that. But as you look back, you know what I mean? Like I tell everybody about receivers as here in Kansas City. We have Kadarius Toney, we have Scott Moore, we have MVS, and we got Ross. coming off of injury, and we got the John Ross also, one of the guys that ran the fastest 40 time in NFL draft history, faster than Tyreek Hill himself. So if you look into that, guys, we got they. I feel like the Chiefs going to go young. They're going to go young here in the draft as in the receiver room, as they did in the DB room, defensive back room, as drafting McDuffie and Watson and Joshua Williams and Brandon Cooks. It's going to be more younger in a wide receiver room. That's why you don't see nobody. That's why you don't see them going after D Hop and Odell Beckham. A lot of people put the Chiefs names out there to get Odell Beckham and D Hop, but as you can see that they ain't doing it. You know what I mean? If you got Patrick Mahomes, everybody gonna say this person, that person belongs over there with Kansas City. Everybody, this person, that person belongs with the Chiefs. I don't see it. You know what I mean? I don't see it. I don't see it happening. But what I can see is happening is the Chiefs taking a wide receiver in the first round. Reason why I say that, because since Andy Reid been here, he haven't drafted a wide receiver in the first round. It's always been the second round, third round, maybe the fourth or sixth. But he ain't never drafted a wide receiver in the first round. And a knock on these guys that's coming out the draft is a lot of them are the back end first round. It's not a clear number one wide receiver that's coming out in this draft. But again, like I said, if Quentin Johnson is sitting there and picked and drop in the 20s, I can see the Chiefs trading up trying to get Quentin Johnson from TCU. A big body receiver. Finally, Patrick Mahomes has a true X receiver, a big body receiver. That's somebody that's real big, physical. That's a really somebody that can catch the ball. That's on a like a true X wide receiver. Yeah, Tyreek Hill can say he's the X, you know me, but he's more the fast, more the fast wide receiver. But we need that like T.O. Jamal Chase. We need that more of a type of wide receiver. So I can see the Chiefs actually taking a wide receiver in the first round since the Andy Reid era, since he's been here. I can't wait. It's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be something great to get into.
Yes, it is.
So what else you got next for us, December?
All right, next we have the well-anticipated Garcia and Davis upcoming boxing match. This is going to be a really big fight, hence. Like
it is.
Now we look forward to Ryan Garcia. Is that your plan, and is it on track?
I'm ready. This sets the stage to face Ryan Garcia in what is a mega fight.
Tank wants to rumble. I just want to get that on already.
He's hungry, for sure. I'm hungry. Both of us in our prime.
They want to fight each other. In Ryan Garcia's case, he said, no, I need this fight. They want the smoke.
It's going to have that type of thrill and atmosphere.
He's been training, he's been talking. Let's see who's really about that.
Every time Tank fights, we all know what to expect.
Serious power.
Here's what makes Tank great.
How about that speed and length of Garcia?
Oh, there go the legs, and the game boy.
Insanely fast hand.
And down he goes.
But against Tank, is he still going to have that forward pressure strategy?
Everybody's going to think somebody's going to win more than the other.
We got a task in front of us. We coming to get you. We're going to be ready.
The mega fight, Tank's power with Ryan, his hand speed. Won't that be something?
I want to leave an impression every time I step in that ring.
I want George to drop when they hear I'm fighting. We're on to the next, man. Ready for a ride.
Davis versus Garcia.
Oh, as you can see, it's gonna be a big fight. It's gonna be a fight to be watching on April the 27th. It's gonna be April the 22nd. It's gonna be, it's gonna be a busy weekend. Be a busy month in April for boxing. You got the NFL draft, but my money is on Tank Davis. I've been following this boy.
Yeah, everybody's got their money on Tank, and he is the more experienced out of the both. But I also think that Ryan Garcia, like he's only 24, and this man has some stats. I mean, you can't
Mhm,
deny him that for him to be so young. And Javonte's still young;
mhm.
he's 24, but he's a little bit older than Ryan. But they're both have 0 losses,
Right.
0 draws, and Javonte has 26 knockouts, and Ryan has 19. So this is gonna be an excellent fight. And I understand everybody having their money on Davis, but I don't know. I don't like to, make that assumption or make that guess or, bets and all that cuz I mean, you just never know. You just never know. I mean, have you followed Ryan Garcia's opposed like
Yeah,
as much as you follow Davis?
yeah. I follow him. I seen how he gets down. He just got that hook though, man. Like
Yeah.
he's a speed boxer, but he don't have no defense.
Yeah, and these
Uh,
guys are both what division? This is lightweight. Yeah,
right.
this is lightweight. Um this is going to be really good. So it's going of course on April 22nd and it's going to be shown on pay-per-view and the cost it has it listed here is 84.99, which I don't know. I know my dad has paid for back in the day my dad, I don't know if your
Mhm,
parents did it. And yeah, they had a fight at their house. They would host it there and they pay
mhm.
and my mom would make a bunch of finger foods and stuff to eat. And I think back then I want to say it was like almost $100 then. So I don't know if
Yeah.
the price has gone up or if it's changed a lot for fights,
Mhm.
but I figured it would have been more expensive than that since this is such a this is gonna be a money maker for sure. For
Right.
sure.
Like, hey, I don't see Tank losing this one. I see it's a tough fight, but I don't see Tank losing. Nah. I could be wrong now. A lot of people picking against, and a lot of people are picking against
Yeah.
Tank. A lot of people
Yeah.
picking everybody picking Ryan Garcia to take this fight from Tank, but
Yeah.
I see how Tank fight, man. I'm like, nah, nah. I don't see that one cracking off. I see Tank taking this one. It's gonna be a great fight, but again, as you said, Tank is a more of the experienced fighter. He has the more of the edge on him, the more of uh the the power of the, what I mean. He will have the boxing style of, if when I say, I call him a baby Mike Tyson,
Yeah.
the lighter
Yeah.
Mike Tyson. He have that dog, like if he get up on you, he get up in your grill, then it's a wrap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Ryan Garcia, he got that speed, uh, and he got the, what I mean. That's one. It's like you can rate this fight to say Ali versus Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? If they was real
Yeah.
small, because
Yeah.
Garcia got the speed, he got the moves, he got this, he got that. But I'm more leaning towards Tank Davis to take it this one. I
Yeah.
I I think so. I think Tank Davis is gonna take this and go on, but still be undefeated.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's gonna be a great fight. I'm not gonna miss it. I don't know about
Mm-mm.
everybody else. It's gonna be on April 27th, 22nd. I've got the draft in
Mhm.
my head, guys. It's gonna be on April the 22nd. You know what I mean? It's gonna be an accurate fight, man. Like,
You say
um,
it's going down in Vegas.
yeah.
And I think it's supposed to start like I think 8:30. You can
Mhm.
start it then, I
Right.
think. But those fights, they don't start till like later, like sometimes like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock sometimes.
Mhm.
So
But
this one's
I think this is gonna be a great one. It's
yeah,
gonna
it
be a
is.
great one. A nice one to see, man.
Mhm.
If you're into it,
Mhm.
you ready to you like boxing and you like that style of fighting, man.
Mhm.
Hey, put your money on Tank Davis.
I
'Cause
don't
that's what,
know. I don't know. I've learned like cuz coming up I used to watch fights like a lot with my dad and I don't know, I kind of learned like then, I don't know, you don't put money on on it so fast. I mean, you can make all the
Mhm,
bets, but I don't know, I can't call it yet. I can't call it yet for sure.
right. But again, I put my money on that man. It's gonna be a fight. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a fight to see. But again,
Yeah.
I see Davis taking it.
Yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people
Mhm.
do, but we will see. We will see. It's getting close.
How much money you put down on Ryan to take this fight?
I don't know. I don't know. I know Davis is good, but Ryan also he's also a great fighter too. So it's kind of hard to say. It really,
Right.
really is. That's what makes this fight like so anticipated. Like the anticipation is so high because I mean both of these guys have no losses. So
Hmm.
I don't know. It's been a while since they've had something like that. Like since something like this happened. And you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. Hmm.
But I can't say hence. Honestly, I can't say. I can't say. I don't want to be like take the majority rule and just Davis is gonna take it. That's easy to say that, but I honestly don't know. This one's definitely gonna be one to watch.
Tank knocking that boy out in the second round.
I don't think he gonna. I don't know. I can't. I'm okay. I'm gonna say I don't think he gonna knock him out. I'm gonna say that. I don't think he gonna get knocked out. I don't think
He
Ryan
knocking
gonna
him
get
out in the
knocked out.
second round. I was messing with you. So, what you
Yeah.
got? What we got next on the totem pole?
All right. Next, we got not so serious. Hence, who do you have for us today?
We have Tyreek Hill talking mess, talking about he's going to throw up the peace sign on the Chiefs. Let's get
What?
into it.
There's no going back. You've changed things. Forever. And why do you want to kill me? I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you? Go back to ripping off mob dealers? No. No, you complete me.
I'm back. And we got Tyreek Hill on the thing today. He's talking about he's gonna come here and go throw the peace on all the Chiefs. He said he's gonna come out and do all his dog steps. He's gonna do this and do that. Let's hear what Tyreek Hill said today in the week. Got here, guys. Let's hear what the clown had to say himself.
When the Miami Dolphins come to Arrowhead Stadium this year, guess what we gonna do? Guess what we gonna do? I hate to throw up the peace sign against y'all. I hate to do it. But guess what? I'm gonna be y'all worst enemy that day. I'm gonna be y'all worst enemy that day. You better change the signals. I know every signal y'all got. Chiefs Kingdom, when the Miami Dolphins come to Arrowhead.
He said he knows all the signals. He knows all the signals. He gonna throw up the peace sign. He gonna do this. He gonna do that. But guess what? There was one guy that actually did throw up the peace sign. And this is what he got to say to Tyreek Hill.
I want to ask you a question. How does it feel being a world champion? How does it feel? Yeah! Let's kiss the baby! You can put that on Instagram.
If you didn't know who that was, that's Brad Bleach himself, the GM, the traded away Tyreek Hill. Everybody said he was mad, and he was mad for doing that. He was losing his bond from trading away one of the greatest talents that ever touched the field in Kansas City. But what happened? The Chiefs won the Super Bowl. The Chiefs came out and won the Super Bowl. And Tyreek Hill, only peace sign you get is no, not your second ring. But again, he came out. He said, he's gonna come here. He's gonna throw the peace sign. He's gonna terrorize the defense. Only like Chris Jones said, only peace sign he's gonna be throwing up is when you walking home off the field to the bus. Send peace to everybody in Kansas City for playing a great game on the field, but not throwing up the peace out on the defense. Like Chris Jones said, may God bless you. But again, I don't see it. I don't see him coming out here terrorizing the defense, going mad on the defense. I don't see it. And just like Brett Veach said,
I want to ask you a question. How does it feel being a world champion? How does it feel? Be a world champion? Yeah, let's kiss the baby. You can put that on Instagram.
that is the true villain himself. He's the true villain. I say he's the true one. He's the true villain himself. He said, I'm trading away the best player at his position in his prime. And he got more picks. He got Trent McDuffie. You know, he got George Galapagos. He got all these players back for Tyreek Hill. What you got to say about that, D-Sewer?
I don't know. He just did too much talking, as usual.
Yeah.
A lot of them do that. Just embarrassing themselves.
Right. They think they did too much talking. He's out here running his mouth. He said that he's going to be out here throwing up peace signs. He's going to be better than everybody. He's going to be this. He's going to be that. I don't see that.
Mm-mm.
So you know what that means? MD?
What's that mean?
Yeah. That's great. So again, it's going to be a great one there. And I think the Chiefs will win that game. And Tyreek came out and said he's going to retire. I think his contract up with the Dolphins. He's going to retire in 2025. He's going to hang up the cleats and go more of the business. Well, when you ask for more money, you chase the bag. Now he got his bag. And maybe the Chiefs knew that he had plans of not playing that low. That's what they pay him.
Maybe.
So with that said, see you guys next Saturday.
Danger. You know what I noticed? Nobody panics when things go according to plan, even if the plan is horrifying. I'm not a schemer. I try to show the schemers how pathetic their attempts to control things really are. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
It's crazy what Tyreek Hill is, be. Hey, if you
Is it crazy?
If you want to come out here and throw up peace signs, you want to do this, you want to do that. Hey, do what you're gonna do. But I say this though. Kansas City's gonna have the last say so. We're gonna walk away the victorious on that day.
Yeah.
Because we still got the guy, Patrick Mahomes himself.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes himself. So
and they know that. They know
right.
that.
And they got rid of Tyreek Hill, man, and I think he's still kind of hurt from that. I still think I think he's still a little salty from you know what I mean. It's like, your girl saying that she don't want you no more. You know what I mean? She moved on. She found somebody better. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. So
yeah, it happens.
as we missing a co-host. So he's not here. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into bro. You are wild.
Joe.
Did I do that?
Joe.
Did I do that? Did I do that? Did I do that? Did I do that? Did I do that?
What you got for us, D?
All right. Well, reading from NFL.com, the Cincinnati Police Department on Friday refiled an aggravated menacing charge against Cincinnati Bengals running back Joe Mixon. The department announced in a press release. The refiling of the charge, which was dismissed on February 3rd, stems from the discovery of new evidence during the investigation process. According to the CPD, it is a first-degree misdemeanor charge. And quote, to preserve a fair and impartial judicial process for all parties involved, no investigation details or evidence will be disclosed outside of official court proceedings, the CPD statement read in part. The CPD is committed to a thorough and evidence-driven investigation of all reported offenses. So the Bengals are aware of the refiling and issued the following statement, quote, the club is aware misdemeanor charges have been raised against Joe Mixon. The team will monitor the situation and refrain from further comment. So Mixon, who is 26, was initially charged on February 2nd after a complaint was filed in Hamilton County, Ohio Municipal Court alleging he pointed a firearm at a woman, according to the report, and said, you should be popped in the face. I should shoot you. The police can't get me. That's what Mixon said. The incident allegedly occurred on January 21st, per the complaint. The Bengals defeated the Buffalo Bills in the AFC divisional round on January 22nd. A day following the charge being first filed, it was dismissed at the request of the city prosecutor's office. At the court hearing on February 3rd, Judge Kurt Kissinger, the presiding judge of Hamilton County Municipal Court in Ohio, stated on the record that the city prosecutor said there needed to be an additional investigation before moving ahead with reintroducing the charge. Mixon, an Oklahoma product, was a second-round selection of the Bengals in the 2017 NFL Draft. Prior to entering the league, Mixon was charged with misdemeanor assault and suspended for a season after he was seen on video knocking out a female student with a punch at a restaurant in Norman, Oklahoma in July of 2014. Mixon completed a year of probation, 100 hours of community service, and behavioral counseling as per a plea agreement to the charge. And right now, Mixon is coming off his 6th season with the Bengals. He's a one-time Pro Bowler with 5,378 rushing yards and 40 rushing touchdowns during his career. Well,
Man, it's crazy. They asked, I bet he went to the office. They said, Joe Mixon, are you done yet? This is what he said. He's still going. He's still going. He's like, no, I'm still out here. I'm still out here. He's still out here clowning. And he out here pulling guns on people. He out here pulling guns on people, on women.
Yeah.
And this is him getting dressed. Let's see.
Quick fashion question. Just check now. High top. Or wear this Uzi with my low top. I'll just quick fashion.
Well, the only thing I can say about this is he didn't learn the first time. I mean, and I was listening to the D.L. Hughley. I probably say his last name wrong. D.L. Hughley, the radio show he has in the afternoon, and he said something that really stood out to me the other day. And you know how it's not always great to go back and judge someone's character on things they've done in the past because we all evolve, right?
Right.
But what you did in the past, it never goes away. It can be used, to judge the things that you're doing in present day. And it does leaves a lot up for assumption and for people to, judge you again because it's matching the same behavior. So that behavior hasn't changed. So, and unfortunately, in that case, if your ways aren't changed and you keep doing the same thing, then that old stuff is going to get brought up again.
Right.
And it's going to justify, them prosecuting you now. So I believe that was I'm not saying that was the evidence because it wasn't disclosed what evidence, but for them to go ahead and refile this, I have a hunch that 2014 incident has something to do with that. And I don't know. It's kind of coming off that Mixon may have an issue with women somewhat. I mean, he knocked out a student. That's a lot. Like he knocked her out.
Right.
He hit her pretty good to knock her out. And he did do not serve time, but he was punished for that. And here he is again threatening a woman with a gun. And what is with
I
these
told you.
athletes and having guns? Why are they just
I,
carrying guns around?
I told you what he said.
Uh,
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
He said, are you tired of doing this? No, I'm not tired yet.
I think that based off of this and then the incident with what's the basketball guy's name that we were talking about a couple weeks ago? What's his name?
John Morant.
Yeah, John Morant. Like, I don't know, across the board, not just in football, not just in basketball, just in just the sports world in general, there needs to be, for some of these young guys, there needs to be some kind of required um continuing education or
Nah,
counseling or
counseling.
something about these are the do's and don'ts when you're in this industry now. Like you can't be out getting caught with guns. You can't just be out here being foolish with cars, women. Like you have to know how to conduct yourself in the
Right. If you're
public
making
eye.
millions, you can pay security guard probably $800 a week
Yeah.
to maybe $1,000 a week. You know what I mean? To be or the times you're gonna go out. You know what I mean? Pay them a certain amount that you're gonna be riding with you, or you know what I mean. Don't put yourself in them predicaments and put yourself in those situations that you will have to pull a gun, or it ain't that deep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
That's
it wasn't even a
everybody.
situation where he had to pull a gun. He would sound like he was just talking noise to this woman. Like it didn't really sound like there was any threat made from the woman. It seems like, it could have been something silly, like he maybe tried to talk to her, or
No, he made
she might not have liked him or something, or may have said something that he didn't like, and he felt the need to pull a gun and threaten her. Like not well, pulling a gun already is a threat, but to tell her she needs to be popped in the head, like where is this violent? Like, where is this coming from? Like, why the hostility? Why the animosity? I just don't understand. I really don't. It's really unfortunate. And then, the way the teams have to come out, the owners, the coaches, they all have to come out and kind of take up for them. So not only are you putting yourself in a bad predicament, but you're putting your team, just everybody in a bad space having to defend you. It's just really bad. It could all be avoided so easy, I feel like. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I do think that there needs to be something put in place. The NFL, the NBA, all of them need to, for these young guys coming in, they need to have a course or required learning or required something um, to show that they are coaching them as far as handling their tempers out in public and not getting out acting like that.
Right. Right. So with that said, I think it's gonna be. I think like what you said. I agree 100%. Everything you said. It needs to be. It needs to be. Somebody counseling these guys, or giving them more guidance. And what you not a lot of people ain't looking at. These are young boys, a young man that's getting millions and millions of dollars that they
he's
never
only
been
26.
never had before, or money they never seen before.
Absolutely.
And then you got to, what was that?
That's Dre. Hit him with the music, Hence.
I know. But listen, y'all sound incredible. Y'all sound incredible. You hear me?
And for them to go ahead and say in there after he said, you should be popped in the face, I should shoot you, the police can't get me. They really think that they are untouchable because they are millionaires, or that they're in this industry now, that they're really untouchable. And honestly, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm going to go ahead and say that he's not completely wrong. They do get protected. Whenever these conversations get brought up with these players acting out, it's always covered up with their stats. Like, in this article, they start mentioning, how the Bengals made it to the AFC and all this. So they start talking about that, which has nothing to do with their very poor judgment and behavior.
Well, looking
Yeah,
at
like
looking
again,
at
like
what you just said, I'm gonna piggyback on what you just said. I feel like this as a minority and how we act dealing with that type of money, it doesn't look good for us because if you look on the other side, of the tracks, they don't act like that.
again, like I
They don't
said,
act like that.
it's young people that's getting all these millions of dollars and never had this money before, and plus you probably not and this is sometimes this is what people is. This is who they are. It
Expose
don't
themselves,
matter.
right?
It doesn't matter what kind of money you give them or how you treat a girl or how you have a treat a guy. They always going to show their true colors. So, but this it could be his character. The bankers could offer him 15,000 hours of counseling, millions of hours of counseling, but sometimes people are just who they are. They are the artifacts of what they've been raised around. This is what you see. You're trying to act out what you've seen in movies. This is what you're trying to act out what you've seen that you grow up around. The I've never let go that hood mentality. But again, you got to let it go, Ben, and this center age. You got this time of age. You got these little kids with all this social media that's looking up to all these rappers, football players, and sometimes parents and the house role models are in the background. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they glorified our community in this, and not our community, but this world glorified bad behavior.
Yeah.
They glorified all this gun violence, rap videos, and everything else. But if this is what it's going to be, I'm scared for my daughter to grow up. If this is how, and my kids to grow up in this world, if this is how we gonna say normalizing bad behavior.
I think the most.
Well, let me piggyback off of that one real quick, D, if you don't mind me.
ahead.
What Hence just says like this. We as parents, I feel like everybody as parents, it starts at home. I say this all the time because you had to put a foot in your kids behind. You have to do that. And plus, on top of that, like what Hence just said, when you don't have money and you get money, you're starting to feel like you're starting to expose yourself, right? And we really can't blame these guys for real honesty because they never had this type of money. They never been in the spotlight before. They're not used to none of this. You know what I'm saying? And so with that being said is they're going to act accordingly. So again, it starts at home. It starts with the parenting at home.
I don't even think it matters whether they have money or not. I don't think it should matter whether they have money or not. I think even if they didn't have this grand opportunity that they have, being an athlete, even a regular person should not be acting like that. It doesn't matter,
Right on. Appreciate
where they are now. They shouldn't be acting like that in period. Like it shouldn't be happening at all. I wouldn't want my son out there acting like that, talking to a woman like that. None of them should be acting like that, regardless of their financial status.
I put it like this.
Come on with it.
I put it like this. Do you hear this going on in a women's NBA?
No.
Do you hear this going on in women's boxing?
No.
Do you hear this going on in women's soccer?
Nope.
I seem like this is a macho, me see all, me be all, me better than all issues. Some men get that money and power and
pride.
Think it's their pride and they think they better than everybody and everybody got to get out their way. You get a few, and that's why, again, I'm gonna jump back onto the Chiefs. This is why I say this. It's when Andy Reid got here, he changed that culture, right? He changed that type of culture, and a lot of people will say why we don't get D-Hop, why we don't get Odell Beckham. It's the culture and locker room issue. If they don't fit the culture of the team, they don't fit the scheme of the team or the culture of the team, the personality of the team, then they don't let them around. They don't go pick them up. You know what I mean? I'm not saying D Hop is not a bad player or OG is a bad player. I'm just saying, like, when you vent these players like Joe Mixon, you really got to vent these players and see if they fit your scheme or fit your city or fit your team. Because
it's character all day. It's all about character.
It's not just the team get represented; it's also the city and the community too. That's getting represented too.
Absolutely.
So
I don't think there should be any second chances given in cases like this. He was already given one from the incident in 2014. I think with situations like this, and it can go for Ja Morant too. They just need to be kicked off the team.
But you know what? But you know what?
I know some people might think that might be harsh, but for you to get to this point, to have such a grand opportunity and to act like this, you don't deserve it. Snatch it away.
But the thing is, they're promoting this image. This is the Rambo. They're promoting this negative image. They're just promoting it.
Who's promoting it? That's what I want to know.
It's the people behind it, man. You gotta understand. Like, let's go back. Let's go into rap music. The whole this generation's rap music, right? Where are they promoting? They're not promoting nothing good. They're not promoting nothing positive. And it translates to the NBA. It translates to the NFL. Like, everything's starting. Like, everything is. If you look at it, everything is negative based with this generation.
Yeah, but you can't blame it on that. You can't, Dre. Regardless of what's promoted, we all have our own mind. We have our own thinking. We all know what's right and wrong at the end of the day. You cannot. I mean, yeah, we can look at that. Yeah, we can look at the music. Yeah, we can look at the culture. Yeah, we can look at what's popularized and what people really go after. But regardless of that, you're still responsible for your own common sense and the way you conduct yourself. Those rappers, most of that stuff in them songs, they are not doing that. I mean, some of them might be, but it's not real life for a lot of them. Let's be honest.
And it's not. And that's why they're pushing it.
And let's also be clear that Joe is young, but he is not a child. He's 26. He's young, but he's also not a child. He knows right from wrong. And then for him to go on and say something like, "The police can't touch me," well, his head has gotten way too big, and it's time to snatch it away. All of it.
But listen, Rookie, Joe Mixon to me, real quick. Joe Mixon to me is not an impact player. So, with that being said, is they can easily get rid of that guy because he can easily. If we're talking football, he can easily be replaced.
But again, I put it like this: this is America. You are proven guilty until you're proven guilty. So it could be he say, she say. You know what I mean? But again, why do you always, like I tell my children, if you're in trouble, why are you always your name coming up in the situation? That means you're around it, right? So again, but sometimes you can't help yourself. You're in that type of situation. But again, if this was made up about you to get a lawsuit or whatever, sir, get a driver, get a security guard, get somebody to block you from that person, or get somebody. It's always Walmart deliver food to your house. You always can go to the grocery store somewhere else. You don't have to go out. You know what I mean? But I'm not telling you to not live your life. But again, sometimes you're a target though. Sometimes, you got that target on your back. But sometimes I put it like this: if he did say that, if he did say that, I'm not going to say he's guilty. I don't know. I don't know if he said it or not. If he did say that, you are not above the law. You are not above anybody because you got millions and millions of dollars.
Absolutely.
Everybody's still human. Everybody, we all breathe, we all bleed, we all bathe, we all eat. You know what I mean? We all here on earth for one thing, man. Just to be happy and enjoy the experience as it comes. But not threaten people and it's just not him. That happens everywhere. You know what I mean?
I think the comments he said real quick. I think the comments he said
the school shootings.
Yeah, man.
All this nonsense. Like the people don't know how to control their behavior or not to control you know what I mean, what's going on with them. It's just If you're gonna have that type of behavior, it's okay to get counseling, man. It's okay. You
But
gotta
where is it? But real quick, but where is it coming from? Where's the because the response he made to me set him back. Like that right there, come right there, should go ahead and get him released. You know what I'm saying? Strip his money from him, his endorsements, if he do got any endorsements, because that arrogant comment right there by itself, man, it's not good. That's not a good look. You know what I'm saying? Like what D said, that's like the John Morant. Because John Morant got arrogant and then he got his butt spanked.
Right.
You gotta start punishing these players, man. Start setting a good example for the league, for any league that's going on. Because
because a lot of them are gonna
condone
look
this
at
stuff
it.
and don't punish your man, what's it telling everybody else?
Yeah, I think if you start firing these players for doing stuff like this, they'll start getting it. They'll start getting the message.
Absolutely.
It'll spread quickly.
Most definitely.
So with that said, man, hey, get it together. Again, Joe Mixon, you on the Bengals, so that's why you acting like that, because you can't win the Super Bowl. But again,
we're not gonna throw a shot, sir. We're not gonna throw a shot.
You got Joe Burrow as your quarterback, so he can't control the team. So that's
no, we didn't. You know what? I'm gonna let that slide. He don't mean it. He don't mean it.
But with that said, man, we want to thank everybody for watching, man. Thank everybody for coming out. The draft is coming up. You know what I mean?
Coming up.
You got a draft coming up, and then you got the Kelsey Jam that's going to be out there. It's a big time that's happening. What's happening here in Kansas City? So, with that said, guys, stay tuned. We'll be back next Saturday.